So here's the real question. How do dentists like you, who aren't willing to let insurance dictate how you will run your practice, who want to create incredibly profitable practices without sacrificing your time or sanity, how do you create the strategies to ensure your practice not only survives, but thrives in the 21st century? That's the blaring question. And Dr. Steve Schlintz is here to provide the answers. Welcome to Dental Practice Freedom Radio.
All right, last episode regarding the happiness convention that I was at. And the first two episodes, if you remember, the first episode was about reversing the success and happiness formula to start to put that first, not last. The second one was the mango tree that was lighting up from the fruit flies. No, not the fruit flies. The lightning bugs. Fruit flies don't light up. I learned that in genetics. The third thing I wanted to talk about is just this idea of being present. Now, we all know that being present is very important. That's a buzzword, right? Be present, be present, be present. I was astonished. There were 600 people in the room. And I guess I wasn't present enough to be looking at the speaker right at that point in time. But I started to look around at what were people doing. And I was astonished at how many people had their phones up texting or checking Facebook or doing all of these things that had nothing to do with the speaker. And the speaker wasn't bad. The speaker was actually really, really good. And I was thinking to myself, in our hyper-connected world, the ability to focus on something is becoming more important now than at any other point in time. The ability to use the will and concentrate on what it is you want, whether it's in your practice or your personal life, is the most important skill you can develop. Because there's literally so many distractions out there right now that, you spend 5 minutes on Facebook and then you check emails incessantly and you get on 5 minutes more on Facebook and then I got to check my text. I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this. I will tell you, and I still struggle with this. I'm not saying that I'm perfect in this, but when I get laser focused on something, all that noise it can go away and you can move so much faster to your goals. Like, I've had a few people ask me now, how do you move so fast towards these goals that you've set? Not just in your practice, but, your coaching business and your consulting business and all these different things. And I said, it's really easy. I just got really laser focused on what I needed to do. And everything else, I basically delegated. Right. And people will say, oh, but you don't understand. You don't have kids. Okay, good. That's great. But if I had kids, I'd do the same thing. It doesn't matter if I had kids or not. Right? Oh, go get somebody to get your groceries. Like, what are you doing? Why are you getting groceries? You can literally pay somebody $5 to go get your groceries now at your grocery store, and then you can go pick them up, or you can have them delivered to you for $15. Right? It's nuts. But anyway, that's a little diatribe. But I see this all the time, and it brings up the point that I'm trying to make is when you get distracted by all this stuff that's happening around you, and you lose sight of what's truly important, you will not move towards that truly important thing. You have to become so guarded with your time. And you have to get guarded with your attention. Because here's the thing that can happen. And this is why you need to be present. You get laser focused on your goal. And you become completely present. So in any situation, you got to be there. Don't be thinking about the 6,000 other things that have to happen. You have to be present in each situation, and I can tell you why. If you set a big goal and you're completely present, you're going to become aware of things that you weren't aware of before. And you're going to be able to meet people that you didn't meet before. And you're going to think of solutions that you couldn't think of before. Because you're getting in the mindset of being present, seeing opportunities as they arise. I'll give you a really good example. When I was there, it had nothing to do with dentistry, right? I was not at a dental convention. But I go to these conventions because it helps me grow and learn and develop my skill set outside of the world of dentistry so I can bring it back and help every dentist that I interact with. And I was there, and it's really funny. I was sitting next to a random stranger at lunch during the convention. And he ended up being a very well-known person. I had no idea who he was, but in this community, he was very well-known. And we formed a really good connection. And I have a feeling that that connection is going to grow and develop over time. I don't know how, I just know it will. And I was thinking to myself, there's literally a guy right next to me sitting on his phone, texting whoever all day long. Never had the opportunity to speak to this guy that could potentially have changed this guy's life. And because he wasn't present, he was so busy texting on his phone or checking Facebook with his friends and seeing everybody else go on vacations or post their picture, whatever. He wasn't engaged in the moment. You have to be engaged in each moment. And it's easier said than done. I get it. I do it all the time. My wife tells me all the time to be present, but I've gotten better at it. And I will tell you the times that I'm truly present, I'm there. I've cut out all the noise. I'm just laser focused on what I'm trying to do, and then laser focused on the people around me, and really just try to develop relationships. You will be amazed at the people you'll meet and the things that become apparent and obvious to you in ways to help you develop by just being present. So hopefully you got some value out of these last 3 episodes, because I try to condense almost an entire 2 days convention into 3 short episodes, and there was so much that I learned. It was absolutely unbelievable, and I'm actually going to a couple other conventions. I'll be going to Dr. Anissa Holmes' Delivering Wow Summit in Jamaica, and then I'll be going to the Funnel Hacking Live event, which is Russell Brunson's event, which is all about building sales funnels, and just I try to go to all these different types of conventions. I don't only go to dental conventions. I want to know more about entrepreneurship and wealth building, and how do I bring this back to a practice, even if I'm not in the practice all the time. I need to know these things because it's absolutely essential. And just be open to it. Be present. Be aware. Start to lock into your goals, and then and look at things through that filter. But just be open. It's so important. In our hyper-connected world, it is so easy to lose focus. I want to give you a book recommendation before I hop off this episode that I think every dentist and every person on the planet should read. And I wish I could send you an Amazon link that's affiliate link. So if everybody read it, I'd be ridiculously rich, right? But the book is Essentialism by Greg McKeown. And again, that book is Essentialism. And he talks about this idea of being present and laser focused on goals and delegating everything that you don't need to do and really get focused on that one highest point of contribution you can make. Another great book is The One Thing by Gary Keller. Those 2 books go hand in hand. I actually liked Essentialism a little bit better than I like The One Thing. But both books are phenomenal. You can't go wrong with either book. But I want you to be thinking about that. Just go get those books, start reading them, and then start to apply that filter into your life. How can I be present? How can I focus on the stuff that's truly important, both in my personal life and my business? When you start to do those things, you'll be amazed at how clear your mind starts to get, and how you can start to cut away these distractions one at a time, to where you're no longer wasting your time doing things you're not meant to be doing, right? You should be focused on your business. You should be focused on you, your personal growth and development, and you should be focused on your family and spirit, whatever that looks like for you, whether it's God, those 4 things, right? Spiritual development, personal development, family development, family and relationship development, and then business development if you're a practice owner. Even if you're an associate, it doesn't matter. That is absolutely essential. All the other stuff that you're doing on a daily basis that doesn't contribute to those 4 things should be cut, right? You could say health. I guess that would be a big one too. Maybe that's the 5th, but that would be, to me, personal development. But your health is very important as well, right? Nutritional, eating right, exercising, doing things like that. So I just wanted to relay those three concepts to you that, reverse the happiness and success equation. Remember the mango tree lighting up, and then also finally, remember to be present in every situation. So hopefully you're getting some really, really good value out of these podcast episodes. I highly encourage you to go to dentalpracticefreedomradio.com. It'll take you to a landing page for my podcast. Now, you're already here. You're listening to it. But you have an opportunity to get a video package where there's 5 free case acceptance videos in very short little 10-minute snippets that go directly to your email every day for 5 days, where you start to learn a little bit about how do I increase case acceptance in my own practice. If that's something that interests you, if you want to learn how to do more dentistry, which I'm hoping you do if you're on this podcast, that's something that would be of an immense value. So I encourage you to check that out. Hopefully you're getting great value out of this. If you have feedback, you can actually leave questions on that page, Dental Practice Freedom Radio, and you register to get the 5 free videos on that second page on the website, or the actual funnel itself. You will be able to ask me questions directly. So I really encourage you to do that. And that way I can help grow and develop this podcast and give you the content that you're looking for. So hopefully you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode on Dental Practice Freedom Radio with Dr. Steve Schlitz. We'll see you on the next episode.